Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb, you're you, and this is Pharaoh. Our pyramids are coming along, and we're almost done with the small pyramid. I think it's like 2 more levels, this one and 1 more. The larger pyramid is a bit further behind. But it is getting there. We're getting things done. Now, once we start cutting out the outer casing of the pyramid, it's gonna speed up the monument progress a lot. Because it's simply a faster job. And what I mean by that is basically that the computation for progress of the monument is kind of skewed. Oh, we had 6% unemployment there for a second, and now we have none. Well, that was quick. I guess it's time to delete more quarries. Yeah, don't need these. Or these. Gonna free up some labor. 5% unemployment. Again, I'm fairly certain it's a combination. We lack food, so people are evicted. But I'm fairly certain we're also having a bit of an age problem here. Which is the real killer. We can no longer feed out the entire population. And the population is growing older. Why did the graph suddenly change that much? Because now we have some very young folks apparently. A massive spike of young folks. Or the number of babies just passed 200 or something. But yeah, that was a massive spike. Of course, these guys are getting older. Yeah, the graph is just being pushed this way. You don't actually see a die-off, I think. Sad about that. But a proper die-off, at least. It looks like that's the final level on this pyramid. Which means Khafra's pyramid is going to be carved out. Khufu's pyramid still has a way to go. Yeah, if I wanted this to be a proper race, I should have waited with the Khafra's pyramid. But a fair bit longer, I guess. Oh well. I mean, it makes sense. It takes longer to haul stone all the way up here because you have to go all the way around and everything. If the distribution system had been a bit more in favor of Khufu's pyramid, it might have finished first, but yeah. Are we out of limestone again? No, we're not. We're still hauling in stone. Still stone in the warehouse. And there's another level on that big pyramid. Off you go, little masons. Off for the big climb. I'm glad I don't have that sort of commute. Imagine having to crawl all the way up there every single day and then back again. Ugh, that's a steep climb. And a treacherous escape as well. Of course, I suppose their commute is a bit easier than the guys who had to haul the stone all the way up there. So I suppose the stonemasons shouldn't complain too much. They only carry their tools. The workers carry a bit more than that. Okay, there we go. It's time. Yep, now we're carving out the pyramid. The white and shiny pyramid. It's gonna look so nice. It's gonna be pretty. Not as pretty as the Sphinx, of course, but still pretty. Nice and shiny. And that has been the best part about pyramid building. The finishing process. You get to see what the finished result is going to look like. Is the pyramid size that small? I mean, again, they stopped the whole... They've done this in levels, right? So every 6 levels, I think, they stall out. This is the medium pyramid. The smallest one starts at this level right here. So maybe there was a design for a tiny pyramid. And this cutoff here would be that. I don't know. We can see the insides of it now because of the graphics glitch. Oh boy. X-ray pyramid. Doesn't look pretty. But yeah. That's what it does, right? You can see the insides of it, kind of. Oh, widescreen mod for the win. Looks like the plainstone delivery is done. I think that's going to be the last plainstone delivery on the big pyramid. Which means I can delete all the quarries now if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could. And of course the food shortage crisis continues. People are dying. Or leaving, rather. But we have unemployment still, so... Yeah, here you see them being evicted. So it's a combination. We simply don't have enough food production anymore. I don't know, I wonder why our food production crashed. Because, I mean, we still have ostriches out here. We're still hunting. There's a lot of them still out there. But for whatever reason, we're hunting less now than we did before. Effectively. And look at that ostriches here too. So I must have some kind of inefficiency in the pattern. I'm not sure what I did wrong. I wonder if... when I built the buildings here, did that change the pattern of the ostriches somehow? Because I remember when I built these, I saw a lot of the archers go down here and follow the road. Back home or something. I wonder. Something strange happened. Mediocre floods? Yeah, who cares about that? When our food supply doesn't come from the Nile, we don't care. %, progress there. 80 on Kingdom rating. You know what, I'm okay with this now. We can let's limit our salary to our actual rank. Just in case Pharaoh gets upset about the rate of progress and drops us by 30 points or something. Outrageous. It's a hunter here, right?
Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand.
Yes, it is. That's a hunter. And here comes the disease. Yeah. That's okay. We don't need we do not need a large workforce anymore. We don't need all the plainstone quarries anymore. Now, if I deleted some of these hunting huts, that might actually speed up the efficiency. Because I have a feeling that all these hunters go after the same ostrich, and therefore have a huge failure rate. They go out there and they fail and have to return all the way home, and yeah. Just don't bring home the bacon. Or the ostrich. The game meat. Whatever you want to call it. Don't bring home the bird. Yeah, here we go. We're down on the top levels now, so only 6 more levels to go on the big pyramid, I think. Still gonna take a while because it takes some time for these guys to climb all the way up there and for everything else to happen as well. Still, we are certainly getting there. And this pyramid has been almost carved out. Nice and shiny. We're almost ready to bury Khafra. Not Khufu, but Khafra. It's so weird how they go all the way around the pyramid and then just vanish. Like now. They're all gonna come in and give chase. But I know that only the first guy will actually do the whole carving process. One or two guys will remain once you're through here, and then only one guy will be here. I'll send out a whole bunch more. Yeah, that's a bit wonky. I think that's a thing they never bothered to fix. I mean, it's not exactly game breaking, so it doesn't really matter. Makes you wonder if the beta testers of this game didn't bother using more than one stonemason shop. Which, yeah, that would be insane actually if they did that. Pyramids would be super slow, since you would never have more than 4 stonemasons. You could do it, but it would not be efficient at all. I think we're down to 5 layers here on the big pyramid, as the smaller pyramid is almost done. A little bit more carving and it's done. Of course, all the stonemasons are gonna go around the darn thing. Oh, are they disappearing? They might be disappearing actually, rather than complete the whole cycle. Yeah, I'm not gonna flip around to check. That would oh, never mind, they just went around the corner. There we go, it is done. That road got destroyed though. Didn't it? No, it's still there. No, it wasn't. It was gone. But now it's done! One pyramid done. One to go. As soon as this stone is up there, I'm going to delete 4 of the stonemasons here. As long as I don't hit this button and delete the pyramid, that would be kind of bad. I do believe you get a confirmation before you delete a pyramid. But you can do it, you can delete monuments. Wouldn't exactly be a smart thing to do, but you can. And I don't think we need more than 2 work camps. Probably don't need more than 1. 1 work camp should be able to supply 2 workers. 2 work trains. I guess we're gonna find out. %7 unemployment again. 46 kingdom reigning now. Takes them a long time to get up there now. We did send up 4 masons, right? Yeah. There we go. There are 4 of them. Good. Now for the stone pullers. 1 guy is going. And another guy is going. Good. So 1 camp isn't going to be enough. But I still have a couple of plain stone quarries to delete if we need be. Don't think that's going to be necessary though. Things are looking up. Treasury is doing just fine. My goodness, 36,000 debits. Our personal treasury, about 17,000. Yeah, that's good enough. If there are more maps for the Old Kingdom, I think that's going to be more than good enough. Kingdom rating goes up, good for us. It is all a waiting game now. I do like the look of the Sphinx, to be honest. Really neat. Perhaps I'm saying that because there aren't that many maps where you build Sphinxes. I think there are like 4, maybe 5 in total. I know there are a couple other maps where you build a Sphinx. Which is kind of weird, I suppose, but yeah. I don't know. Were multiple Sphinxes built in ancient Egypt? Maybe not as large as this one, of course. I mean, we do have the whole sculpture that looks like a Sphinx. But I wonder if any such large undertakings were taken elsewhere in Egypt. Because we always refer to it as the Sphinx, right? So, hence I'm curious. I mean, for the game reasons, they wanted to reuse the art assets, obviously. It would be kind of sad to use an art asset only once. I think they did that, though, in Rise of the Middle Kingdom. In that one, I think there are one or two of the monuments that are truly unique. They're only used once. The giant clockworks, or whatever they call that. I think. I don't remember now. I mean, I did play through all of that game too. But, as I said before, my memory isn't exactly great. I used to have a post-it mine. That's what I like to call it. You know, post-it notes. Those you had little notes with the weak adhesive on them. My brain usually worked like that when I was in school. So I would just read up things right before a test, and I would remember things for the test, and then after the test I wouldn't remember things anymore. So I had a great mind for tests. That's a lousy mind for actually learning. So people who did actually put in the work and had to really, really study to get things to sit in the memory, they were a lot better off than me in the long run, I think. But you know, post-it memory is kind of nice for that purpose. It did serve me well then. Not so much afterwards. A whole bunch of the stuff I'm supposed to remember from my primary school education, I do not remember at all. Or high school, or junior high. Things like, well, in every country that has had a monarchy, you at some point learn the sequence of kings, right? You're supposed to remember every single that part of the history. And I'm Norwegian, so we learned the old line of kings from about 780 to 1300 AD. For the old Norwegian kingdom. And at one point, of course, I knew that. Now I would be hard-pressed to remember more than 2 or 3 of those kings. That's how things go, I'm afraid. But that was part of the, I think, some curriculum in 5th or 6th grade or something. To remember the entire line of kings. And I suppose if you live in a republic like the United States, you're expected to recite the order of precedence. Honestly, I think I do better at remembering US presidents than all Norwegian kings at this point. Because US presidents you get reminded of every so often, including the historical ones. I mean, I can try now. Let's see. We start with... It's Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, I think, was the fourth. And then I start forgetting. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, and I think it was Madison that was the fourth one. And I do not remember who followed Madison at all. At some point we get Quincy Adams. And then we have... oh, the Quarrelsome one. And let's see, Pharaoh wants meat. You're not gonna get that meat, I'm afraid, Pharaoh. I'm sorry. We do not have food at all. I can't supply Pharaoh game meat now. Anyways, who was I thinking of? Jackson, I think. Wasn't he the one after Quincy Adams? I think it was Jackson. And then I do not remember who followed him. I don't think I recall the next president until Lincoln. And following Lincoln was the first president that got impeached. Johnson, wasn't it? Andrew Johnson. And I do not recall who followed Johnson. At some point after that we get Grant, Grover Cleveland, McKinley, I think? The guy got shot. Again. This, you know, I'm not American, so I'm not supposed to remember these, I suppose. But yeah. As I said before, I'm more likely to remember US presidents than I am to remember all Norwegian kings. Because US presidents tend to be brought up every now and again. And of course they're also a fair bit more recent. by a fair number of years. Anyways, employees are needed again. Seriously? Yeah, it's because we're out of food. There's tons of ostrich. And we have tons of hunters. But for some reason they're coming home empty-handed. I don't know why. I've done something to lessen the efficiency here. But I don't know what I've done. Let's build a bridge here, by the way. That might speed things up. A few more extra bridges. Pharaoh requests the game meat. Yes, I know. I cannot supply that at all. Things looked so stable here. But all of a sudden they started eating way too much. I probably have way too many houses here, and that's the problem. I went a bit overboard. I tried to add housing here carefully so we wouldn't end up with this kind of problem, but apparently I failed at that. That's okay. The pyramid is close to finishing, so I don't really care about it. Oh, that was an interesting graphics glitch on the Sphinx here. I mean, I know it's because of the whole side of the screen in a widescreen patch, but still. It kind of went a bit further in than I thought here. Sphinxes are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand. Right? Do you agree, Mr. Hunter?
Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand.
He just wants to stick with the ostrich. He has birds on his brain, I suppose. Whereas I am stuck with sphinxes. I mean, I can always blow these up and see if that changes anything. The number of hunters is actually the problem. I doubt it, but just in case. Some more bridges here to speed up the process. Yeah, there we go. So you go here. You go further.
Ostriches are nearly invisible when they put their heads in the sand.
Well, there you go. Now you're hunting one, and you're catching one, and you're going home. It's weird. The spawning point is right down here, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Something changed, I'm not sure what. Ah well. Okay, I think it's time for another break. I think we might just finish this pyramid up next episode. It looks like we're just have the final level left, and then it's a matter of carving out the pyramid. And then we'll see what follows. Regardless, that's going to be next time. Time for a break. Thank you for watching.